Oh. Do we love that? I don't love that. All right, that's fine. Let's see. While people are getting the notification, let's make sure that sound is good. Checking sound. Okay. Oh, Kristen, I'm live. Kristen. Hey, guys. Oh. Hey, everybody. How's the moon treating you? Just waiting for a few more people to come in. I really preset my space up tonight, so I have a lot of different decks. I just want to, and you can't see me shuffle. I guess I do have to tilt it down a little bit more, at least for the shuffle piece anyway. I've been trying to get set for the new moon because this new moon is a pretty big one. I did a dark moon energy release earlier. Hey, Kristen. Yeah, like I'm looking at my phone going, girl, I can't. Like I can't listen to you right now. I'm just, so these cards, I haven't done a flip through of them yet. They are the Dark Mansion deck, and I'm officially obsessed with them. They have very Tim Burton vibes. You said, oh shit, in the audio. So funny. So I'm just shuffling them up. I meditated before. My setup's a little bit different because I have you guys like lifted up on the Chromebook. So that's why my head's cut off. I don't know if it looks cut off to you. It probably does. But I want you to be able to see my hands more than my head. I don't really care too much about my head. Hi, Chastity. Welcome. So I meditated like a lot beforehand because the last live I didn't have time. And I'm wondering if that's why I got so dizzy in the last live, because the last live really kicked my ass. So I want to try to be on here for a while. We'll see how I do. I am going to go over just a quick little bit about the new moon energy. Tonks is hanging out behind us, snoozing as usual. I already have some incense going. I don't know if you guys can see it. It's from Fred Souls, and it is this one. I want to say it's frankincense and myrrh, which is pretty much my favorite one from them because it's really like cleansing. So I wanted to get those going. I even have dark chocolate in case if I need to ground myself. I have my Palo Santo candle. Oh, you can't. It's like wicked reflective. Yeah, you can't tell. It's my Palo Santo candle from Art of the Root, and I even have my Goddess Guidance lighter holder. Goddess Guidance, Goddess Provisions that I had shown on one of the videos. So we're going to chat real quick about the energy of the moon first. I just wanted to... Are you still burning? Barely. I may have to light that again. The one downside about this type of incense is that it's resin, and sometimes the resin doesn't cooperate all the time. Sometimes you gotta like really light it and let it go for a minute before it fully works. There we go. Okay. So I'm just cleansing the cards. I know. Rose Apothecary, locally sourced. It's super comfy too. It's just a t-shirt. I got it from Temu, Kristen, because you needed more reasons to buy on Temu, right? That's why it's dangerous. Temu is dangerous if you have a shopping problem, which I do. But it's super comfy and stretchy. So this deck is just a basic rider weight deck, but it's borderless, which I think is really cool. And I like the coloring of it. And the back of the cards are the death card, the death flower. I think I've done an unboxing of these, but I haven't published it yet. So that's still like one that's going to come out. Yeah, I feel really good right now. So I'm hoping to chill and chat and like hang out. I even did some sound cleansing. I don't know if I've ever shown you guys because they're loud, but I have the Tibetan symbols and I'm going to do it once, but if you're sound sensitive, oh, that wasn't too bad. So I'll chime them and I'll like cleanse the space. I do like, sorry, I did triple cleansing tonight, like because I really wanted to be able to hang out and just chat. I haven't been live and like hanging out on a live in a long time because I haven't been feeling well. And I had a headache. I had a migraine yesterday. I feel pretty good today though. That medication I got yesterday really helped. So, and I have some family stuff going on, so I don't know when I'll be able to be live again. So I'm hoping if I feel well enough that I'll just stay on for a while. That's what I'm hoping anyway. How are you doing, Kristen? How are you doing, Chastity? Chastity? Chastity. I said chastity. Sorry. Chastity. I saw you had commented on the video that came out the other day saying hi, but I wasn't live. It was just a video. So, but welcome, welcome. I don't know if you've ever been in a live before. I don't think you have been. So we're just going to chill. As long as my body cooperates, we're going to chill. We'll chat and we'll talk about the moon and we'll talk about manifesting and we'll pull cards and all that jazz. Okay. So I wanted, oh, good to hear that you're doing well. So my big goal, one of my big goals for this channel has been to, I already did it for the full moon. It was record videos instead of reading the houses for you guys over every single moon, was to record the actual, like pre-record them. So like when we have the next full moon, you can go watch the full moon and see like, okay, where it is. Oh, let me turn this brightness down so it's not so reflective in my glasses. Unfortunately, I have to have my glasses on because I can't see without them. But the full moon one is already up and done. But the new moon one, the houses for the new moon, the actual pages, I want to say there's like 5 or 6 full pages for each house for each new moon. And that's just way too much for me to put into one clumped video. So I'm going to end up doing house 1, house 2, house 3, house 4. I'm trying not to like shake the table. Sorry, guys. So I'm going to end up doing a bunch of those there's going to be 12 videos about the new moon in each house, which it's going to take me a little while to get that one out because that's a lot of filming and a lot of editing. But for now, we're here and I'm going to share with you guys the Virgo new moon. So we're still technically in Mercury retrograde right now. I've been having like the craziest things happen to me with Mercury retrograde, with computers, with just dropping stuff, misunderstandings. Like this one's been a pretty hard one for me. And I think it's because Mercury and Virgo are the same energy. So it's kind of like a double Mercury retrograde. And everybody, I was talking to Kristen about this morning. So NSYNC is releasing a new musical. Yeah, I saw that they were together on, you sent that to me, I think. That they were together. Yeah, that'll be interesting. That'll be interesting. I'm for it. I'm totally for it. We'll see what the sound sounds like though. Well, like Kristen and I were talking this morning. I'm trying to find the new moon page. Okay. So basically, when Mercury comes out of retrograde, and if you don't know what I'm talking about, go watch some of the astrology videos I have up. I have oh my God, the viewer count just dropped because they're like, we don't want to hear you talking about the new moon. We want tarot cards. Too bad. This is my channel and I can talk about whatever I want. So Mercury comes out of retrograde tomorrow, but it does not suddenly flip a switch and everything's all better. It will take another several weeks to get moving and to fully come out. So it doesn't fully come out of Mercury retrograde until the October 1st is the day that we come out of it fully. But in between now and then, please like the video when you come in here. There's nobody here, Kristen, I don't think. Does yours say one view? I think I'm just talking to you, Kristen. But I never know because sometimes it says only one and then there's multiple people in the chat. And I'm not drinking beer. I'm drinking seltzer water from my local store. But we will still be in the Mercury retrograde vibe until the harshness of it until the 21st. So we're still, it's not, oh, we're out on the 15th. No, we're still feeling it pretty heavy until the 21st. Well, you can see her little white paw. She's sleeping on her paws right now. Okay, so I wanted to share what the Moonology book says about the Virgo new moon, and then we can get into cards. This says, take an inventory, pay attention to the details, do an inventory of your life, work out what's working and what isn't. Virgo has a reputation for being picky. The image for the sign of Virgo recalls the people who once used their powers of discernment literally to sort the wheat from the chaff, back in the days of people skilled agriculture. So use the energies this month to think about where in your life you need to make changes. Pay particular attention to your daily routines. Be of service. If you're on the new age path, you'll have heard teachers reminding us that the best work is when we're of service to others. Virgo is actually all about being of service. So use this month to consider whether you're being of service to others. Think about what's going on at work, especially. How can you help other people? Service with a smile will attract karmic brownie points. Easing a colleague's workload or offering to pick up someone else's kid after school. Little things. Be healthy. Virgo has a strong alternative health theme. The new moon in Virgo is a wonderful time to think about your diet and your daily habits. Much has been written about the importance of morning and evening routines, so how do yours look? Virgo is a fine habit former, so start some beneficial new routines this month, be it morning or evening yoga, daily meditations, nutrient-packed breakfast smoothies, earlier nights, or whatever, and see how long you can keep them going. Avoid nitpicking. Are you being too critical? Use the new moon in an undeniable picky Virgo. Use the new moon in undeniably picky Virgo to assess this. Love and criticism, for example, don't go together, so make sure you haven't allowed yourself to get into the habit of finding flaws in the people you love. Don't do it to yourself either. Doing your best is one thing, but oh my gosh, my phone is blowing up. Sorry. And it's my work phone, which is why it's distracting me because I'm not quite sure what that is about. Doing your best is one thing, but perfectionism is another. Don't be too hard on yourself. Do as you would be done by. Get organized. Virgo is like the part of us that's together. In other words, the part that's organized and punctual. Catch up with paying bills, filing paperwork, tidying up when the new moon is in Virgo. So that is the whole Virgo thing. I did hear also from somebody somewhere online that it's the ending of a 19-year cycle of the moon. Man. Not good news. Thanks, Mercury. I'm supposed to go for a massage tomorrow night. I've been getting massages on a pretty regular basis lately because of my migraines. It's been helping the tension in my neck and in my back. And I have one scheduled for tomorrow night, and the person just messaged me saying that their car is in a town that is about an hour and a half drive away from where their place of business is, and they need to reschedule for the following week, which just totally blows. I've been needing a massage for, like, I already scheduled out a week later than I had wanted to, and now it's pushing it back another week, and like I'm already getting the pain from, anyway. Yeah, I heard somebody was saying that it's at the end of a 19-year cycle. Like, the moon hasn't been in this exact position in 19 years, and it won't be again for another 19 years. And like, think back of where you were 19 years ago. And like, I had to really sit and think about that. Like, where the hell was I 19 years ago? Like, what year was 19 years ago? So 20 years ago was 2003. So 19 years ago was 2002. And yeah, I was not in a good place in 2002. Not at all. Yeah, no, I wasn't in a good place. I was in a very abusive relationship. 2004? Did I do the math wrong? I probably did. Did you do it on a calculator, Kristen? I just did it off the top of my head. 2004. Oh yeah, take away 20. One more than, okay. I got it. You're right. It would have been 21 years ago. It was 2002. Actually, I was in a pretty good place at this time in 2004. I think I was just really happy. I was free from an abusive relationship finally, and was starting my life over and focusing on school. Hi, welcome. So that's where I feel like I was at that time 19 years ago. So I could do that. I can do that. I can do that happy. I was really happy, like finding myself again and just being young and being free. The majority of my early adult years, so 18, 19, 20, 21, I was in a very toxic, terribly abusive, very controlling relationship. So all those years where people like usually have a lot of fun in college, I had some fun, but not the way that I could have. There was a lot that I missed out on because I had to do what my partner said at the time. So there was a lot of things that I missed. Yes, you can ask a question. Like Kristen said, donations start at $5 for one question, and you can do Cash App or Venmo. I also have PayPal, which I think is linked below. It's linked in the first link. The PayPal is linked in the first link of the description box. Or you can always do a super chat thing on Facebook, YouTube. So I do want to pull cards just to see what we need to hear for this moon. So let's see what Spirit has to say about that. What does the collective need to know right now about focusing on for this new moon? What do we need to know? Okay, let's see. We have the Three of Pentacles. Let's see if I can do it better. The Three of Pentacles. Maybe if I turn my flashlight on for my phone. Ooh, that's really bad. Oh, that's really bad. All right, maybe not. Three of Pentacles. There we go. That's a little bit better. So that's teamwork. Let's see what else we get. Planning. What else do we need? That actually makes a lot of sense for Virgo energy. Pentacles is Virgo partially. It's earth signs. Oh, we got two more. Okay, let's see. We have the Knight of Cups. Kristen, didn't you just get this one? There we go. Nah. Such a bad camera. This camera sucks, but it's actually the only one I really have on a laptop. My other laptop doesn't have. I'm in the process of looking into getting a webcam for my regular desktop. This one is the Five of Pentacles, but it's in the reversal. Kristen, you got that one last night too. Did you get that one last night? I shuffled like crazy. That's wild. Okay. So what okay, I'm getting donations. Hold on. Where'd my lighter go? Okay. I'm going to finish this one card pull that I just did. And then I'm going to start doing viewer pulls. Let me give that a minute. Okay, so what I'm feeling, so we had the Three of Pentacles. We had the Night. I smell weed so bad right now. I have my windows open. I don't know if there's a skunk or somebody walking by outside. So we have the Three of Pentacles, the Knight of Cups, and then the Five of Pentacles in the reversal. And I asked what the collective needs for to know for this new moon. What I'm feeling is there is a need for teamwork, and it could be with a romantic partner, but it also feels like it's a need for teamwork in order to release all of the insecurities, all of the fears, and to step more into a secure space of being. So this could be trusting. One of the things that I actually did, what I'm hearing about something that I did right before the new moon. I did a releasing ceremony for the dark moon to release what I didn't want to manifest anymore. So I wrote it all down on a piece of paper. I called in my guides. I sat with it, and then I burned it, and I released it with the intention of, I don't want to bring this into the new moon. I don't want to manifest it. I just want to move forward. And one of the things was a releasing of fear of the poverty mindset, of worrying about financials and if that's going to be enough. Because in this, I may have to go shut my back door because we are barking outside and it's going to irritate the crap out of me. Can you guys hear it? If you can't, then I won't shut it right now. Let me know if you can hear the barking because he can be really loud. So what I feel with this is like releasing that fear, working on a plan, finding the plan, the baby steps of where to go and how to do it to get to the place of where you want to make, where you can make your money. Trust that it's coming. Trust that it's there within you and that you can get to the place that you really want to be and that it's been in you all along. And I've been rewatching the show Supernatural, and I literally just heard, as I started to say this, a phrase that I heard a couple of days ago from one of the episodes where somebody manipulates one of the characters and she says to him, "You could fly all along, Dumbo. You didn't need the feather." It's kind of what I'm seeing with that we could do this all along. We didn't need the support. We can do it ourselves. We can find it ourselves. So I do feel like that is a big thing right now, is trusting that it's coming up with a realistic plan and stepping into that, and action steps. I used to hate that term, action steps. When I was a teacher, I used to hate it because my superiors would use it a lot, and they would use it so much that it was like, anytime you heard the word action step, you're like, oh God, like it was just the worst thing to hear. So I'm not a big fan to use that terminology, but it did just come to me. So action steps, meaning like, what can you do first? Like, for instance, when you're starting to eat healthy, you start meal planning, or you start researching what kind of meal planning you want to do. That's an action step. And then you start planning your grocery shopping and those kinds of things. Hi, Kelly, welcome. And I feel like that is kind of what it's talking about. Let me just check. I think I just got a notification about, okay. All right, Paola, you donated, thank you. So you are actually up for what your question is. And this man, trying to send me things to make me laugh because I'm going through stuff. You last. Okay, Kristen, that's what I figured. That's what I figured. I don't know if you guys have ever seen my screensaver for my phone. Oh, it's hard to see. It's Tonks looking up at me going, feed me, mama, feed me. So, yeah, she's right behind me, actually. She's right there. She's sleeping. She's my little familiar. I was not feeling well on Tuesday because I was suffering from a really bad migraine, and she would not leave me alone. She kept she's not a talkative cat, and she would not stop squawking at me until I finally laid down with her, because she was like, rah, rah, rah. Like, you need to lay down. I did, Kristen, on Instagram. I did. Hey, Ashley, welcome. Because I'm getting messages on Instagram that I can't read right now, watch right now, because I'm live. So Paola, whenever you're ready, hun. Oh, it's okay, Ashley. That's okay. We're just kind of, this is very low key tonight. I grounded myself like crazy before I even came on, before I got set up. I cleansed the space like triple, and I have lots of backup supplies here. So I'm just hanging out in a good space for the time being, and I'll hang out until I get tired. So there's that. Did you give me a question yet, Paola? Did I miss that? I don't know if I missed that or not. So I found this new lip oil. Jackson just said, oh, is that Mel? Hey, Jackson. Tell him to pull cards. No. I found this new lip oil, right? It's LA Colors, and it is coconut. I love coconut. Coconut scented. And I don't know if you can see it, but there's glitter in there. And it changes your lip color from the pH, which is so cool. And it's so small, and it took me forever to find one. I got it from the Dollar Tree, and I haven't been able to find another one. I didn't expect to like it as much as I did. And now I'm like, I need another one. So Paola Hun, do you have a question? You sent me $5. It didn't show me that it didn't say the question like in the thing. So feel free to put it in here anytime. Kristen, I can do you now while I'm waiting, because unless if she tells me. And if I drop, you guys, like if my signal drops, by the way, I will open it back up, and I'll open a new screen. I'll make a new thing and do it on my phone. No. Seltzer. I'm drinking seltzer. I'm not drinking beer. I know it looks like Bud Light. It's not. It's seltzer. And it's 0 calories because it's seltzer water. I know it's backwards. Is it backwards? No, that's not backwards for you guys, right? That's regular. It's seltzer water. I'm getting harassed about what am I drinking on camera. Not harassed, teased. No pulling tarot cards. Let's pull one for Jackson. What does Jackson need to know? Huh? What does Jackson need to know? Uh-oh. The Hermit reversed in 4 of Wands. Jackson needs to think about what he's doing with his girl. That's what Jackson needs to do. Is he being this is Virgo energy. Is he being too harsh with the girl? Is he talking too much? Is he staying alone too much and needs to spend time with her? Too bad. I already pulled one. So funny. I don't know what's going on with Paola. I'm still waiting to see if you have a question. Kristen, what do you want me to pull for you? I would play music in the background, but I don't trust YouTube. Like every time I've played non-copyrighted music, I get flagged, and it makes me so mad. Yeah. Ugh. I want to get Jackson to be a tarot reader. It's funny that he got the Hermit. He really should be a tarot reader. He probably doesn't even need cards. He could probably read people without them. He's really good like that. Welcome. If you're joining us, we're just hanging out, talking about the new moon, talking about energies, pulling cards. $5 for one question. Cash App, Venmo, PayPal is in the first link in the description. Like the video, share it for us. Say hi. Tell us how your day is going. It has been crazy. I live in Rhode Island, for those of you that don't know, which is a very small state. And it has been crazy weather here. Our state doesn't usually get tornadoes, doesn't usually flood. And in the past week, it has been flooding and getting tornadoes. And it's just, the tornadoes aren't like extreme, but like it's been crazy. On Monday, I went to an appointment. I live in the middle of the state, and I went to an appointment in the north part of the state, which is about 40-minute drive from here. And the only way to get there is through 2 different highways. If I did back roads, it would take hours. And both of the highways flooded for me to come home. So I got stuck waiting. I wasn't stuck in my car. I had to get off the highway and go and hang out with the kitties that I've shown on the channel before, because I couldn't come home. I had to wait for hours before the roads cleared up. It was wild. And now this weekend we have Hurricane Lee coming in. And yesterday there were tornadoes. It's just crazy. I don't know if it's Mercury retrograde. I am not into conspiracy theories. If you haven't noticed from watching the channel, there's some people that are saying it has to do with certain scientific, non-scientific things, but certain companies messing with, I don't even know. I'm not into all that. I can type my question. I just wanted to know if he is going to ask me out this weekend. Like, we both have been joking about this Tennessee, Florida game. Okay. All right. Let me just cleanse these cards real quick for your read. Do you want me to do the Dark Mansion? Do you want me to do the Unbordered Tarot? And I have the German one here too, if you want me to use the German one. I just haven't cleansed it yet. Which one would you prefer? I love this deck. It's just, this isn't the original. The original is like $60. And I bought this one off of Temu. I had to. It's such a beautiful deck. I don't think I've even done a flip through of it yet. I don't think I have. Dark Mansion is fine. Okay. Okay. Calling in Kristen's guides. Team. Her angels. Her support of light. Please help share messages that need to come through so I can hear, see, feel, and know what she needs to know. Oh, no, Kristen. Show me about this weekend. This is a jumper before I ask the question, so I'm going to show it to you. Don't panic. Knight of Pentacles. Our favorite knight in the whole deck. Okay, what does she need to know? What does she need to know about this weekend? The Knight of Pentacles, maybe. That's a minute. The thing is, I hate how slow that is. Maybe that could be like maybe last minute. What does she need to know about this weekend with him? What is so cute, Kristen? Oh, the Dark Mansion? Woo! Okay, that's a lot. Holy moly, Batman. Oh my gosh. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's a lot. Guys. I'm putting them back. That's too many. I can't even like process that. That's like a whole reading for one simple question about a weekend. All right, let's try that one more time, guys. Huh? Please help me out. I know you want to talk, but you're talking a little bit too much. All right, I'm going to pull them this time because they really want to talk. Like there's like piles coming out. Okay, I'll do it here. We'll do 3. 1 is Queen of Swords reversed. 2 is King of Cups. 3 is Knight of Wands reversed. And we asked about the weekend. Queen of Swords came up first. King of Cups, Knight of Wands. Yeah. I feel like you're going to have to say something. Queen of Swords reversed. I feel like you're going to have to say something. I feel like you're going to have to say like, hey, let's do this. I do feel like you're likely going to go or do something with this King of Cups. The Knight of Wands in the reversal, I want you to be careful with that one. That's not a little stretching. Got a little stretching back there. Oh, go back to sleep. Knight of Wands in the reversal, that's more like fuckboy energy. And we know he's not like that, but it's kind of like impulsive, hooking up really fast and then not hooking up usually fast one night stands and then like things being weird after. With King of Cups though, I kind of want to say don't sleep with him this weekend. If you can avoid that. It's ill-advised is what I'm getting. I feel like you're probably going to go though. And it's probably going to be something at last minute that you're going to have to be like, hey, let's go. I want to go. And he'll be like, do. Listen to that, Tonks. I can see you twitching. You okay? Huh? I can see her moving around in the background. Don't tell you what. Don't sleep with him. Well, that's what the cards say, girl. You want me to lie to you? Sleep with him. It'll be perfect. It'll be all fine. I'm sure it'll be fine. Like, he's not going to sleep with you and then stand you up. I just feel like, because that's not his personality at all, and not with that King of Cups. The thing is that I don't love, so the King of Cups does anchor that Knight of Wands energy that's in the reversal, but because the King of Cups is the King of Love and stability. But there could be like an awkward moment because we're still not out of this yucky retrograde energy until October 3rd, really, until we get out of Venus retrograde energy shadow. This is watermelon, and it's not alcohol. It's just sparkling water. Non-alcoholic sparkling water. See, 0 calories. I actually have been sober. I can't remember the last time I had an alcoholic drink. Weeks, months, maybe. Months. Yeah. And it's not because I don't like drinking alcohol. It's because my body doesn't like me drinking alcohol. Yeah, I would make him wait. You can fool around, but I wouldn't go all the way. Because there could be like some buyer's remorse or something, or like, oops, we did that too fast, or maybe we should just slow down because of that retrograde vibe. I just don't love that. I'd rather, oh, hi. Somebody saying hello, guys. Hello. You saying hi to everybody? Hi. Still haven't heard from you, Paola. You still out there? Did you drop on me? You gave me $5 and then didn't ask a question. Ashley. Oh, there you are. What will happen in my love life? Okay. Sorry, I had asked you earlier, and I'm not sure if I didn't see it or what happened. Okay, so let me clear the cards because I did just do Kristen's reading, and we will see what comes through for you. Okay. Not Ashley, Paola. Which deck would you like? I usually let people pick what they want to do. Do you want to do the Dark Mansion deck, which is kind of like a Halloween-y Tim Burton? Or do you want to do tarot, regular, traditional tarot? Which would you prefer? Yes, the Dark Mansion? Okay. All right. So I'm just running these through the incense smoke to cleanse them and reset their energy so they are not Kristen's energy anymore. And we're going to call in Paola's guides and ancestors, her team, her angels, to help see what she needs to know. Yay, Kristen. I saw that. Yay. Okay, Ashley, cool. I'll get you as soon as I'm done, Paola. Okay. And Ashley paid a little bit more, so I'm going to give her a little bit of a deeper reading because that's what I do. Equal energy exchange. Kitty hanging out. Look at her. She doesn't usually hang out for the videos. She's looking at me like, why are you talking to yourself in that screen? Okay, Paola, let's focus on you. What will happen in your love life in October? October. We're going to pull 5 cards. We're going to do 5. We're going to do 1 overall message and then 1 card for each week, and we'll see what comes through. And I actually have been thinking about offering this, what I'm going to do right now for her for October, this kind of reading on my website. I have to redo my website in a way that people can book things like without setting an appointment. Because I was thinking of doing like a 10-minute video reading that you would get, and you'd get the monthly prediction. It would be your personal monthly prediction. I'm not sure how much I would charge for that. I'll have to think about it. All right, Paola, overall message for October. We have the Justice card first. That's a good one. First week of October. Ooh, the Devil. All right, 2 major arcana already to start you off. Second week of October. Ace of Wands in the reversal. Third week of October. The Moon in the reversal. And to round it out, the final October week. Six of Cups in the reversal. Interesting. You have a lot of reversals. Okay. So let's start with the Justice card first. I feel like, first of all, Justice card is the card of Libra, and Libra is part of October. So that's pretty cool. It's also the number 11 card, and it's the card of equilibrium. I don't know if you can see, but there's balances here. So what I'm kind of getting here for your overall October is things that have been unknown, things that have been chaotic, things that have been overwhelming, things that haven't come to light or that haven't been fair, like it hasn't felt fair, is going to start mellowing out. It's going to be getting to this place where it's a bit more back to the norm. It's a bit more even keel is the word that I'm hearing. So things feel like they're going to start being a little bit more I want to say the word balanced again, but smooth. It feels like it's going to be a bit more smooth. So the first week we have the Devil, and what I'm getting around this, you're either going to have a lot of fun, spicy time, or there's going to be something that goes on there that's going to feel like you're really connected to somebody to the point of where it's maybe too much, like a little obsessive. And I'm not saying you're obsessive. I'm not really getting specifically who. It could be you're both obsessive of each other. It could be one's obsessive of the other. I don't feel any danger. Okay. I want to be clear, because when I use the word obsessive, that can make people scared. But I don't mean dangerous. I just mean like you just can't get enough of each other. That's the kind of energy that I'm getting. Can't get enough. Oh my God. It's like, I just got to get my hands on you. That's kind of what I'm getting. Like almost like this lusty, like can't keep away, but it's not a bad energy. Like sometimes the Devil can be scary, but I'm not paired with the Justice. I don't feel like it is. Ace of Wands in the reversal in the second week is interesting, because Ace of Wands I see as a very lusty card as well, usually. But because it's in the reversal, I'm feeling like the intensity has died down a bit. It's not like it's real intense the first week. The second week, it feels like it's a little bit more mellow. There's still some intensity. There's still some passion and some excitement. I feel like you guys might go on an adventure with somebody. I don't know if you're with somebody specific, or if you're dating. But I do feel like there's going to be like an adventure here that might happen. There could be some kind of travel that's going to be fun. And then the moon card in the reversal. So I just want you to see what it looks like when it's upright. But in the reversal, what I'm getting, she has very Wednesday Adam vibes here. What I'm getting is stuff that hasn't been in the forefront. So stuff that's been kind of swept under the rug, or stuff that has felt a little bit out of whack with this Justice card. It's going to start getting a bit more clear. What is hidden starts to come out. I don't feel like it'll fully be full blast, like the sun doesn't shine in the middle of the night kind of energy, putting a spotlight on the stuff that it hasn't been very clear or very open. But I do feel like it's the beginning of starting to sort things out and starting to see things in a better point of view. 6 of Cups in the reversal. The one thing I want you to be careful about here, this is what it looks like. To me, that's a card of the past. That's a card of somebody coming back. So you feel very even, like mellowed by the time we get to the end of the month and more even. But it's almost like I feel like somebody pops in and you end up being like, nah, I'm good. Like, I'm happy here. I'm happy where I'm at. I don't need that. I don't need that. Like, I almost feel like it's somebody that's either been blocked already, or somebody you really don't have any interest. It's not an energy of somebody you want to return. It's somebody that I don't feel fear or scared or danger or anything like that. It just feels like you're done. Like you're done. So I do feel like you would empower yourself if it happens and just be like, I'm all set. Like, I'm sorry, I've moved on. And that's what it feels like is the overall for you for the month of October for that energy. Thank you so much. Okay. Ashley, you asked about career. Let me go back up to you. I got to cleanse the energy again. Messages that may come through regarding career. Okay. Hold on one second. Thank you, Pale. Okay. All right. Ashley, you're welcome, Paola. You know what's interesting, Ashley? I know I've done a career reading for you several times, and we used the life purpose cards at one point, and we were like talking about, I don't remember what we were talking about. You going in a different direction, I believe. I'm going to just shuffle these one more time because I didn't really shuffle these much the way I did the other ones. And what I did a reading for somebody recently. Oh, yes, please. Thank you, Kristen. Everybody like the live. So more people can see the channel, can see that I'm live because I never go live, help the algorithm out. So the life purpose deck, Ashley, I used it for somebody not long ago, and it was somebody I've never read for before. I didn't know their energy. I didn't know their personal situation. All I knew was that they thought that they had gifts and they weren't sure what they were supposed to do with it. And the first card that came out, this deck, like that life purpose deck, it really is so strong. Okay, Paola, thank you. I will check it out in one moment. So that life purpose deck is like insane because literally the first card that came out hit the nail on the head for this person, and she started like crying because she didn't expect it. She had never gotten a reading from anybody before, and she couldn't believe. I tried to warn her, but she just was shocked that that's what came through right away, and it's what she needed to hear. And it was just like that deck, man. I don't know what it is. I know Doreen Virtue is crazy and everything now, but something about that deck is just so intense, and it just is so. I didn't even have to say anything. It was literally the card that came out. Hold on, I'm dropping cards. Oh, God. Oh, short arms. Hold on. Okay, there we go. Flashing everybody in my shorts. It's still summer here, and we have hurricane weather, so it's tropical storm season here. Okay, Ashley, I gotta go back up. Yeah, idiot. I gotta go back up and read any messages that may come through regarding career. Okay. Yeah, idiot. Who knows what you idiot means? Anybody know what that means? All right, Ashley, let's call in your guides and get you going. Ashley's guides, angels, ancestors, her team. Please help me see what messages she needs to know about her. Just messages with career. Okay, just messages with career. What does she need? Oh, first one is 6 of Wands in the reversal, but I'm going to put that one off to the side because I want to pull 7 and see what we get for you. Okay, first card is King of Pentacles in the reversal, Strength card, 2 of Swords, World, Knight of Cups, Emperor, and I pulled 2, so we'll take them. 10 of Swords, Page of Swords reversed as the outcome. All right. Okay, so King of Pentacles in the reversal is the past energy. I always pull a past card, but I don't always focus on it. Sometimes I use it to give myself information about where we're at, but it's not always that relevant because you want to know where things are going, not so much where things have been, because you already know where things have been, right? The King of Pentacles in the past for me feels like you haven't been compensated the proper amount. Like you've been putting in more than you should have. You haven't been recognized for the work that you've done, either financially or just like by showing up, by being complimented or being given the acknowledgement that you deserve. And that has kind of brought us to where we are right now, which it feels like there's a need for you to step into your strength. Now, the thing is with this strength card, and it's funny because I use whenever I read this card. Oh, yeah. Aries. Whenever I read this card, it always comes through differently for me. And the way that I'm seeing it right now is it's feeling like all right, I got to find the words. So I'm feeling the energy and the words are not coming. I hate it when that happens. So this woman is opening this lion's mouth and the lion trusts her and is being gentle. By the way, guys, those of you that have paid money, if I drop out, because sometimes my Wi-Fi does that, I will open a new video. So keep an eye out just in case, just so you know, just in case if it happens. So what I'm seeing with this, so she's opening the mouth of the lion, right? But she's not forcing it. She's doing it because she has the trust of the lion to take care of it and to be there, and she's gentle with it. So what I'm seeing this time around with this is it's feeling like she is using her gentleness to do what needs to be done to help the strong piece of it. So it's almost like gentleness wins over strength, but at the same time, she's not letting this lion attack her. She's just holding space there. So it's sort of like what I'm seeing with it is it's feeling like there's a need for you to be strong or to stand up, but there's a way you can do it diplomatically in a soft way that isn't so assertive aggressive. Isn't so like it wouldn't make you feel uncomfortable, or where it wouldn't make you feel like you're, first of all, betraying yourself, but like you're overdoing it. Because I know it's in your nature. Your nature is this gentle lady. Your nature, you're not the person, even though you're an Aries, you're more the gentle woman than you are the guy that goes to war. You're more this character. So I feel like there's this need for that. And now I'm going to jump over. So this is the present energy. Now the Knight of Cups, I like to read the present energy in the environment together usually. The Knight of Cups is the environment around the situation. And so with this ability to step into your strength, your confidence, your showing up for yourself, not self-abandoning, this is going to feel really good. People are going to recognize this. Are you switching jobs? There's something here about change too. But there's going to be this stepping into like this feel good energy of, I'm glad I did that for myself. And people are going to acknowledge what a solid person you are. Like, this is a sweet thing. Like, you end up getting, it's like you get more flies with honey than vinegar. Is that saying? I feel like that's that saying. So you get acknowledged for that. The thing is that I'm getting with change is here. And I'll talk more about those in a minute. This one is in your challenged position. This one is in your hidden. So you have the Two of Swords in your hidden and the World card in your challenge. And I want to talk about the Two of Swords first. This is a card of inactivity, okay? Look at the moon in the background. It's this teeny tiny little like crescent of the moon. It's in inaction, not taking a lot of action steps, not really making any decisions, kind of standing in the middle of the road and not going anyway. And what I'm seeing most here for some reason today is the water that's behind this person. It's the emotion. So I feel like there's been like this sense for you and you haven't been wanting to look at it. This is why it's in the hidden, meaning you're not. Oh, okay. Maybe animals, maybe. You're not looking at it because it's hard. The feelings, the feelings of things are hard. So we're not looking at it right now because it's uncomfortable. So we're just going to put it off to the side because it's uncomfortable. And the obstacle is the change. The world is moving to the next thing. What is the next thing? Where do you go? This is big, big energy. This is the last of the major arcana. So this isn't just some small little thing. But the thing is that the reason why I wanted to talk about these two together is I feel like you're avoiding the feelings because you don't know what, you're uncomfortable with the change. The change is scary. So how do I make a change if I'm not ready for that? There is a discomfort there. And I actually feel, and I think we've talked about this before because it feels familiar. I feel like if you don't change, if you don't actually do something different, because this is also about cycles and learning the lesson and moving to the next thing. If you don't do this, if you don't make a decision and move to the next thing, I feel like Spirit's going to be like, all right, well, we gave you enough time. We're going to take your position away. Now you got to figure it out, and you got to figure it out fast. It's almost like a come to Jesus moment, or like you're getting your lesson from Spirit. And I don't know if you watched my most recent video. It's long. It is a longer one about my part of my teaching process, where when I left the first job, it's because they took it from me. This is kind of what I'm seeing with that. Like, Time's up. You have time still. You have time to figure it out. You have time to do it the way that you want to do it. But eventually time's going to be up and you're going to be scrambling to figure out your next step. This is, I haven't thought about it. I haven't figured it out. Page of Swords in the reversal is like minimal information coming in, minimal decisions, minimal thought processes. The advice is actually the Emperor. And this makes a lot of sense because this is the card of action. Mars, Aries, doing, the divine masculine. We all have it in us, whether we're feminine, female or male, and males have female and masculine too. This is the card of do. We go out and we do. We organize it, we lead, we get out there, we take control, and we do it. This is the card of the entrepreneur. So it may be, but I feel like you have other steps before you just run out and start your own business, and that's going to pay you full time. I don't feel like you're quite there yet. I feel like that's something you need to ease into. But this is basically saying take control. Take control. You have to do it. You're the one that's in charge of your life. You're going to have to do something to take control of it. And it makes a lot of sense of why this came out. Let's wrap it up with this one. 6 of Wands reversed. This is because you're afraid you're going to fail. 6 of Wands is success, is victory, is celebration, is joy, is movement forward. 6 of Wands reversed is the opposite. You're worried that you're not going to be successful. You're worried that there's not going to be that victory, that you're going to fall on your face. But I'm actually hearing, and I'm not advising to just quit your job and run off into the world and become this entrepreneur without having any kind of way to pay your bills. I never advise something unrealistic like that to people, ever. But what I do feel is that, oh my God, I just totally lost my train of thought there. Oh, got it. It came back. What I need to figure out how to be the Queen of Swords. Yeah, you do. Well, the Emperor is similar to the Queen of Swords. The Emperor does not mess around. My nose is itchy. I feel like there's something on my nose, but I don't think there is. I think it's just my allergies. Yeah. Look at 2 of Cups, 8 of Pentacles reversed. What are you going to have to sacrifice for it to happen? I feel like it's like there's an increment in between. Like it's not just you're either 10 steps ahead or you're at first step. Like there's multiples that you can do in between that. Like, I don't know, saving money, researching, looking into people that might back your concept, coming up with the idea of the title. What would your branding be? Like all that kind of stuff you can do behind the scenes without doing it yet. Start like planning ideas out, like get yourself a book, any kind of notebook, and make that your like, this is where I'm going to sketch my ideas, where I'm going to put all my ideas for my career in here. Some you won't use at all. Some you will. And I would put them all down in there just to have them. Well, that's the Emperor. The Emperor is you are freaking reading my mind. What are the odds? Yeah, it's the Emperor. The Emperor does that. Yeah. So I do feel like you'll get there. And I do feel like, because where I was going with that was like analysis paralysis. Like I feel like there's all these sayings out there about, like, they have them all over social media about if you don't start, you'll still be in the same place as you were. If you don't start today, tomorrow you're still going to be in the same place as you are today. And to just start, it doesn't have to be perfect. You know, there's different kinds of sayings like that. But basically, it's like, and I heard somebody, oh, yeah, I don't know if I'm going to be able to quote this right. I might not be able to find it. Hold on. Somebody said something. My friend Kat, who I've talked about on here before, told me a quote that she read yesterday. I'm trying to see if I can find it. Maybe it wasn't yesterday. Maybe not. I'm trying to find it. Hold on one second. No, I can't find it. Shoot. She sent me something the other day that said, oh, it might have been on Instagram and not in our chat, that basically said the people with the most confidence are the ones that become successful because they get out there and they do it. They don't hesitate. They just do. Meaning they don't overthink, they don't worry, they just do. And there's a lot of people out there. We were talking about scammers on YouTube, on TikTok, on, scammers, and how there's so many scammers out there that are making lots of money because they don't care. They just show up and they do it, and people give them money because they don't care. When there's people like me, people like Kat, who we really care about what we're doing for our clients and how we present ourselves and what we have to offer, and like making sure that we're working on our gifts to refine them. And so people like us, because we get so focused on like really caring about the information that we're sharing, overly so, it keeps us kind of in this freeze mode. And I feel like that's something that you needed to hear, Ashley. I have been seriously thinking about all the things that I would like to do. Wouldn't it be awesome to have a shop with a loft on top? Yeah, get yourself a notebook and start writing stuff down. Write it all down. Get a special, I don't know, thing from Amazon or from Walmart or whatever. It doesn't have to be anything big, but get yourself a little booklet that you can put all your ideas down so that it's not up here overwhelming. It's down on paper. And the sooner you get it down on paper, the more of a likeliness it will become a reality. That's the other thing. That's where manifesting comes in. I see you, Paola. I haven't forgot. Okay, so I'm going to wrap up with you, Ashley. Okay. Anybody new on here, like the live, share it so other people can have it pop up in their algorithm, help us out, say hello. Will I have to choose between two lovers in the next 3 months? Okay. Okay, so Ashley, I'm going to clear you out and thank your guides. Cleanse out the deck. And then I'm going to switch back over to Paola. Okay. All right. So Paola, you're welcome, Ashley. Choose between two lovers in the next 3 months. All right. So let us call in your guides again. Calling in Paola's guides and team. Kristen, do you have another question? Are you still there? You sent me more. Did you send me more? Or is this just another notification? What is it talking about? Yeah. Okay. Kristen. Yes, Kristen did. Okay. Kristen. Yeah. Okay. I just wanted to make sure that the money came through before I got on here. I thought I had saw the notification. Okay, so Paola, 2 lovers in the next 3 months. What does that look like? Calling in her guides, angels, ancestors, team, calling in Paola's. There's one right there. King of Wands, reversed. What does it look like for choices for Paola in the next few months? Don't jump out. One more shuffle, and then we'll pull. Okay. I'm going to pull 4 all together. 6 of Cups reversed again. You got that one before. I'm going to put that one back in. And if it wants to come out again, it will. I shuffled. This is why I shuffle on camera, so you can see it. All right. The next 3 months with men. Choices with lovers. Or Paola. Okay, let's try it again. We got, what is that? The World. We're going to do a total of 4. 7 of Cups in reverse. Justice, but in reverse this time. And one more. The King of Wands was a jumper, so we're not going to count him. One more. The Sun reversed. Interesting. I do feel like you're going to have to make a choice. With this 7 of Cups in the reversal. So 7 of Cups is what I consider the option card. It's looking at all the options. This guy's kind of window shopping, but it's looking at all the things and what are the choices. When it's in the reversal, this to me, especially in a relationship reading, a romantic reading, it says you know the choice. There's one choice. There's one choice that can really be happy and solid. Now, it's not saying... So your question was, will you have to choose between 2 people? The short version answer to that is yes. But I feel like you already know the choice. I feel like it's not going to be this King of Wands guy. Whoever it is that you see as this King of Wands. So who is this person, this personality? It's somebody who isn't fair to you. It's somebody who isn't loyal. It's somebody who doesn't follow through on their word. It's somebody who can disappoint you frequently and is a really good talker and is a really good physical person, but like really good in bed, really sexy, but he's not a commitment guy. King of Wands reverse is not a commitment guy. Okay. So if this is ringing a bell, you already know who that person is. And that's not where you should be going. If I should say, you're looking for a real commitment, because I feel like you are with the World card. You're looking for the next step. You're looking for the thing that the person that you can travel with, the person that you can settle down with, the person that you can be really happy with, that there's not a lot of drama. And with the Sun card, it feels like you're, how do I say this? You're slowly starting to question if there is a good person or the person for you out there. And this says, yeah, there is a person, there is the person, but you got to make the right choices. You got to see the wolf who's pretending to be the sheep, who's pretending to be something that they're not, to get what they want in the moment. Kristen, what are you why nodding about? Oh, about a reading. I see. Hi, Aurora. Welcome. Nice to see you again. Yeah, so does that make sense, Paola? I feel like you won't have to choose, but I do feel like you're going to get to a place where you're uncomfortable. This is kind of like you feel like you have to choose. It's an inner thing because it doesn't feel like it's equal or fair. It doesn't feel balanced, and it doesn't feel like you're getting what you deserve. Okay. I'm glad that made sense. Thank you. Okay, Kristen, I'm gonna close out Paola's, and then you, girly. The elephant in the room. You're welcome, Paola. Okay, let me cleanse these cards because I just used them. And then we'll say thank you to Paola's peeps. And then we'll do you, Kristen. Kristen, look at my bruise. Can you see it? It's from my blood work on Monday. I bruised so easily. It didn't even hurt. Like, she didn't even hurt me when she put the needle in. But I got a crazy bruise from it. Okay, let me just close out with Paola's people. Thank you, Paola's guides. Thank God. Okay. All right, Kristen. Oh, boy. I have a feeling that's going to come flying out of my mouth at some point. Especially with everything that's happening in my life. Yeah. Yikes. Wowza. So as I'm shuffling and cleansing the deck, I did want to tell a quick fun story. So I have started to rewatch Supernatural because I'm ridiculous, and I'm watching it again for like, look at her little leg. I'm obsessed. She's 14 and I'm still obsessed. So I started rewatching Supernatural mostly because I'm neurodivergent, ADHD, and I love to rewatch things that bring me comfort, that are predictable. So I can just like put it on and it makes something that makes me laugh, like Schitt's Creek. Okay, Aurora. I'm going to do Kristen first just because she was on the list next, and then I will get you. Thank you so much for the super chat. So I was watching here. This is actually relevant to like what we do. So I was watching an episode today where Sam and Dean, which are the main characters, were in a situation where they ended up getting sort of like kidnapped or hoodwinked into being at this hotel where all of these gods, pagan gods, different gods were in the room. And they were like wearing, they looked like people, but they were pagan gods. So like Ganesha was there, Kali was there. Who else was there? Odin was there. Loki was there. And Kali was a woman. And one of the characters, Archangel Gabriel, came And he's very sarcastic and silly, his character. And at one point he's explaining to the boys that him and Kali have something going way back. And it's so funny because when I watched this episode, I had already done a releasing of the stuff from the Dark Moon. And I did it following Yasmin Bolin because she did it online. And she literally called Kali in to burn this stuff because she's Kali the Destroyer. So it's so random that it happened to be today's the day that I watched that episode. And so Gabriel is here saying, oh yeah, me and Kali, we had a thing a ways back, and oh man, she was all hands. I died. I laughed so hard. I don't know if I didn't notice that the first few times I've watched it. I know I've known who Kali is, Goddess Kali Ma, for at least since 2018. So I'm not, and I know I watched Supernatural for like the whole thing for the first time during the lockdown. So I don't know. I guess I just missed the joke. But I was laughing so hard. And if you guys don't understand what I'm talking about, Kali Ma is a Hindu goddess who has, I don't know how many hands, but a lot of hands, a lot of arms and a lot of hands and a lot of feet. And so it's really, it's funny for him to, like, he was talking about like fooling around with her, but he was like, oh man, she was all hands. And it was just hilarious. Oh, I see. Okay, we'll check that out in a minute. Let me do Kristen's. All right, Kristen. Yeah. All right, bring up the elephant in the room. Let's see. Show me what Kristen needs to know about the elephant in the room, please. Calling in Kristen's guides, angels, ancestors, team. Please help me hear your messages for her around the discussion about the elephant in the room. Oh no, Kristen. Didn't you just get this card? I shuffled on camera multiple times and I used it again for payola. This deck is fresh. This is the most I've used this deck for customers in a row, but it's this deck is like, I said what I said, bitch. It's the Queen of Swords in the reversal. And I shuffled. You saw me doing it. Sorry, I'm not trying to yell at you. I know my voice is very loud right now. I'm surprised the cat's just like, I don't care. But I'm all worked up because the personality is really starting to show in this deck, and it's funny. I said what I said. That's it. Oh gosh, really? That's so funny, Aurora. Okay, let's see a little bit more. Show me about the elephant in the room, the conversation. We're going to pull 4. Queen of Swords was the overall jumper. I know. I'm in a good mood today. I miss doing lives, and I miss feeling good enough to do lives. So I'm feeling good, and I'm not drinking. I'm drinking seltzer water, non-alcoholic. I'm just happy that I'm in a good place and I can be social with you guys. I enjoy doing this. Okay. Oh, Kristen, 7 of Swords. Uh-oh. Okay. Let's see. 7 of Pentacles reversed. Page of Swords. Hierophant reversed. I might need to clarify. Because I asked, what did we need to know? It does, Page of Swords is about a communication there, but is it him communicating it? Or is it you? Can you clarify the Page of Swords for me? Page of Swords clarified, please. Weird. Strength. It could be you. What about 7 of Swords? Nine of Wands reversed. This is interesting, Kristen. We may have to revisit this at another time. I don't quite under 10 of Wands. I feel like it's not the time for the conversation. I feel like that's what's happening. I think they're saying not right now. Because you have Nine of Wands reversed with, it just said ads inserted. What does that mean? Am I still talking? Can you guys still hear me? I have no idea. There's a new feature on here with ads on lives, and I don't know what I'm doing because I'm so bad at it. Let me look at my thing. No, Kristen, that's not what it means. Don't even go there. Don't make me slap you. Hold on. There is is there a commercial right now? Oh, okay. I don't know what that is then. Okay. So 9 of Wands, 7 of Swords. Oh, okay. Sorry, guys. I have no idea what I'm doing with this ad. The ad feature during lives is new, and I don't know what the hell I'm doing. It usually pops up, and at least it did it a couple times so far where it let me say no ads, but then all of a sudden it said there was an ad. So I guess I can only say no so many times. I don't love this because I'm having a hard time interpreting it. That doesn't usually happen. I kind of want to reshuffle the whole thing and start with a different deck. That doesn't usually happen. I think what it's saying, but I'm going to double check with a totally different deck. Hold on. I'm going to use the German one, which I have right here. I think what it's saying is there isn't going to be a conversation because it doesn't need to happen. The conversation doesn't need to happen because it's going to just happen, I think is what it's saying. But let me just cleanse these. I haven't used these yet today. And I'm going to try one more time. Like, let me ask it, like, what? How will a conversation go down about it? Do you want to know that? Maybe wording it that way? How will a conversation go down? It's almost like you don't need to talk about it. That's kind of what I'm getting. Like, there's no need. There's no need to talk about it. It's fine. There's nothing to talk about. Like, it's just going to happen and it's fine. There's no discussion needed. Maybe after the fact, like, just kind of be like, okay, so where are we at? Like a check-in? That could be what that Page of Swords strength card was, like a check-in afterwards. Let me just focus on it. I'm like, how will a discussion happen about this? Let me see it that way. Show me how a discussion will happen about it. Oh my God, that's way too many. No thanks. Try again. No, try again. How will a discussion happen about it? All right. That almost went into the candle. Queen of Wands reversed. Yeah, I think it's just going to happen, girl. Queen of Wands is like, it's happening. Yeah, it's just going to. Yeah, Kristen, there's not going to be a conversation. There's no conversation here. This is action. This is action. This is like, Kristen's also a friend of mine. I wouldn't tell most people I'm going to slap her. I don't usually say that to people unless if I've been reading with them for a while. This one's action, but it's not frantic. I feel like what this is saying, Kristen, like one night we just going to, yeah, I feel like you're just going to kind of slip into it. Like maybe you have drinks one night and you are out and you had a good time and there's a lot of flirting going on and you just kind of fall into bed and it's not crazy after. It's just like mellow and not a big deal. And there's really not much to talk about because you're just basically together at that point. And then I feel like you'll have, it's almost like, somebody said something like this to me at one point. I don't remember the situation, but they said you don't need to have a conversation because you both already know. And I feel like that's where it will be at. There won't really be a need for it. It'll be so clear what's going on that a conversation is kind of a moot point, is what I feel. Does that feel better? That feels right to me. That feels more clear than what that jumble was that came out. And this is why you guys will know that I'm not a scammer, because when I get confused by something, I literally will say, I don't understand what this is saying. Hold on. And I will try in a different way. I won't just make some shit up out of my ass to try to, I don't know if I should be swearing that much. I might get in trouble for that. But I'm not going to just pull some stuff out to placate my clients, because that's not who I am, and that's not an integrity. And I've had in the past, years ago, readers that did that to me, and it gave me false hope for a lot of stuff, and it made me feel horrible. And it was a hard lesson I had to learn about trusting my own self. Okay. All right, Aurora. I'm going to wrap up Kristen, and I'm going to switch to you. Now, you have some choices about what decks you want. You can have the Dark Mansion deck. You can have the... Oh, Kristen, here's one of those cards again. Remember I told you that there was a few that were like artsy cards that came? This is another one. They got mixed in. They're not like actual tarot cards. They're just like additional art. Look at, this is another one. But this one's a lover's card. They're just like additional art that came with the deck that I'm putting aside and using them as bookmarks. So you can have the borderless tarot deck or the German tarot deck. The German tarot, it's just the words are in German, but it's the same imagery. This one tends to be the most like no nonsense, but actually, I don't know. I think this Dark Tarot is starting to have quite a personality. So whatever you'd like, Aurora, let me know what deck you want. I'm going to close out Kristen's and we'll start switching over to you. Kitty. Hi. Oh, big stretches. You saying hi to everybody? You're so pretty. What, you want a treat? I know, it's getting to be, it's not tube time yet. Not yet. Not yet, but I'll give you a treat. Okay. What's that? You love your treats, huh? You saying hi to everybody? Yeah. Yeah, she's my little senior baby. She's 14. She pretty much just stays there all the time. She gets down, she goes to her food, she uses her litter box. She has another little like mat in the corner over here that she loves. She's just, that's just where she hangs out. Her name is Tonks. I'll spell it. Tonks. Oh, my chat's not working. Tonks. Huh, did I say your name? I named her after a character from Harry Potter. I let my brother pick her name out. And this character from Harry Potter is very clumsy. And when she was a kid, and she still is clumsy. She was very, very clumsy when I first got her. So, yeah. And she still can be. Okay. Yeah, don't call me Nymphadora. Exactly. You got it. All right. I'm just scrolling back up to find your question, Aurora, so I can focus on it properly. How do I forgive myself from the situation? I did something terrible, and even though Leo forgave me, his partner and community didn't. Okay. All right, so how do you forgive yourself? All right. Let's focus on the shuffle and calling in your energy. Calling in Aurora's guides, her angels, her team, her ancestors. Too many. Please help me hear messages for her that she needs to know about forgiving herself at this time. Please help me be a clear channel for her. I'm already hearing things and I haven't even picked cards yet. The first thing I'm hearing is slowly. You forgive yourself slowly, with grace, and gently. But let's see what cards come out, because that's what you paid for. Okay. We're going to pull 4. The Sun. Ace of Wands in the upright. The Magician reversed. And it's that one. 6 of Swords. Yeah, moving forward. Okay. So let's talk about the Sun first. What I feel here, because your question was, how do you forgive yourself? What I'm seeing here with these kids staring up at the sun, the big thing that I'm getting there is to remember that you yourself, just like all of us, are learning. We're growing every day by doing things, by not doing things, by making decisions, and there is no such thing as a mistake. And you're a child of the world. You're a student of the world, just like all of us are. And by recognizing that the decision that you made, and this is actually a Leo card too, by the way, although hurtful, it's you doing what you need to do to shine your light. You can't let other people, and I don't mean the Leo, I just mean the community and all that, make you dim your light. So you have to stay in integrity and take care of that little child, because we all have that little child inside of ourselves. And by showing up and putting those boundaries down that you needed to do, you stepped up for yourself and you took care of yourself in a way that was needed. You didn't abandon yourself. So for one, acknowledging that you did the right thing is a way to help yourself heal. And think of yourself as a little girl, in the sense of, like, if somebody did this to your daughter, what would you want to happen for your daughter? If this was you as a little girl, what would you want somebody to do for you? That's number 1. Number 2, when you get worked up about it, because healing is not linear and it's not going to happen overnight. Like I had said, slowly and with grace. Get yourself busy with Ace of Wands. So what I mean by that is, think of things that excite you. And I don't mean sexually based. Yes, Ace of Wands can be sexual, but I'm not talking about that specifically. I'm talking about passion in general, like creativity, a hobby, something that really gets you distracted. What I see here is, like, I like to color. I like to paint. I like to do, like, do-it-yourself stuff around my house. That kind of stuff really gets me out of my head into my body. And, like, I'm not really thinking about, it's very meditative for me. And I feel like when you start to get wound up, like, hard on yourself about it, try to do something productive that excites you, that will make you feel good, because that will shift the vibration and you won't feel so heavy about it. With the Magician in, yeah, okay. That's probably why that came through. Yeah. I understand. I'm so sorry to hear that. With the Magician in the reversal, I feel like what this is saying is be careful about negative self-talk. Be careful about the words that you use to you, because the Magician is the manifester. It's creation. It's what we create. It's what we do. It's what we say, what we think, what we say, what we experience. So be careful, because what we say to ourselves, it's something that I still to this day struggle with, and I'm assuming you do as well. Yeah. We believe it. And we don't even like, oh, I'm so stupid, I'm such an idiot, like whatever. Those kinds of things. Talk down that negative self-talk can be harmful if we don't catch it and change it. So what I'm feeling with this Magician reversed is change the conversation that you have with yourself. If you catch yourself saying something negative about yourself, would you want somebody to say that about your closest friend, your dearest family member? So work on that. Like, when it's hard, because if you don't even notice that you're doing it because it's a habit, it's hard to catch it. Trust me, something I'm still personally working on, and probably will my entire life. Part of that is the ADHD of always feeling like I was never good enough. And that's part of it. That's part of what this is. But it's basically saying turn the negative, try to do your best to take that negative. So I'm stupid. No, I'm not. I'm learning. Like, turn it into something else. So it's not, when you can catch yourself, change the wordage right after. Cancel it out with some kind of other thought that's more gentle, of some kind. And eventually, trust that you will move forward. You will move on. The dark memories, the hard parts stay behind you over time. And some stuff will stay with you for possibly a lifetime. But I do feel like the more you focus future forward and not that way, the better off you'll be. I do feel like that's your best approach for that type of situation. I hope that makes sense. Oh, wonderful. You're welcome. That's awesome. I'm so glad you got to make a deck. That's so cool. That's awesome. I have yet to do such a thing, because that takes a lot of thought and organization. And I don't have either of those. I've had ideas and then I haven't done them. And then I've seen people produce things very similar to something I wanted to do and go, well, the ship sailed on that one. But it is what it is. Oh, so cool. It's very, very, very little on my screen, so I can't see it very well. I'll have to check it out later when I'm not in the live. Those of you that may be new, that are just joining, feel free to ask a question. It is $5. You could do Super Chat. You can do PayPal, Venmo, Cash App. Or you can just hang out and say, hey, you don't have to be quiet if you're not getting a reading. You can still talk. And like and share the video so that other people can have the opportunity to see the video or whatever, so it can show up in the algorithm for others. And I'm going to be doing these more. So if you do want to catch me another time, make sure you subscribe and hit that notification bell, because I don't do this on a regular schedule. And so like tonight, I announced around 4 o'clock, 3 o'clock this afternoon that I was probably going to go live tonight, as long as I was feeling well. I'm still feeling well, so I'm still here. I have a lot of like physical symptoms that happen around readings and new moons and full moons and things like that around energy. So sometimes I'm right on like tonight. And then other times I feel like I'm going to faint like a few weeks ago in the full moon. But feel free to hang out. You're very welcome. Okay, I am going to say thank you to your guides and send them off. I don't know. I have to check my Cash App stuff because I think I've gotten more. Oh, my incense died. We're all done. I just realized it died. I have another one right here. Let's see if I can get this one up and going. It's a baby stick. I wish that the camera would cooperate with this candle because I wish you guys could see how cool this candle is. It has shavings of Palo Santo in it. So you can see like the little chunks of Palo Santo. It's so pretty. But the camera doesn't really like it. Where's the holder? There we go. Okay. Anybody doing anything special on this new moon in Virgo? Earlier in the video, I started saying, for those of you who are joining us recently, that this new moon, I heard, because I'm not an astrologer, just a student, that this is the first or the ending. No, this is the ending of a 19-year cycle. So the moon comes back to its place to the same place every 19 years, I guess, the same exact positioning in the same exact spot. And this is the first time it's been in this position in 19 years. So if you think about 19 years ago and where your life was and how far you've come and what you want to do for the next 19 years, it's a really good night and into tomorrow as well to set the intention of where you want things to go. Oh, that's cool. I like that. Yeah. Oh, you were 10, 19 years ago? Wow. Now I'm really showing my age. I was 21, I believe. 22? Let me think. ...2004. I was 21. I hadn't turned 22 yet. So I was still in that abusive relationship, actually. Because I didn't end it until March when I was the following March when I was 22. So yeah, I was still in the throes of the abusive college relationship that I still have yet to really talk about on here. Yeah, it is a special moon. How far I've come since how far we've all come, I'm sure. 19 years is a long time. And if anybody says they haven't grown at all, emotionally, spiritually, as a person in 19 years, then what are you doing? Are you just hiding? Everybody grows, like at least a little from interactions that you have. I don't know. I do not know. Oh, I've been on here for 2 hours. Wow. Oh, I didn't check my Cash App again. Whoops. I forgot. Let's see. Anybody else send me something? Or did I cover everybody? So I did Kristen 1, Paola 1, Ashley 1. I'm just checking them off so I know I got them all. Paola 2, Kristen 2, and I got Aurora. Oh gosh, I'm so sorry about that. That's really sad, Aurora. I'm sorry. I'm going through a lot of family things that I have not asked people for permission to share, and I do know a lot of my family watches my channel. I'm actually very blessed that way, that they really support me. But to honor their privacy, I'm not going to share what's going on because I haven't asked the people that it's directly happening to if they're okay with me sharing it. It's kind of 6 degrees of family pain kind of thing, where it's not directly happening to me, but it is happening to me all at the same time. So it's not really my immediate connection. I don't know how to explain that without getting into detail, but yeah, there's going to be some big changes in my family that I may not be showing up for the channel for a little bit because of it. So I'm trying to like get some videos scheduled ahead of time so that the channel doesn't like drop, because I've been doing really good with consistency now. Like I'm good with a schedule. So I'm trying. I don't know. Yeah, I agree with you, Ashley. Thank goodness for growth. When I was 21, 18, 19, 21, and part of 22, I thought I was basically brainwashed, and I thought I wanted to be married to the person that I was with. And like, if this person proposed to me, I would have said yes. Because sometimes when we're in something that's abusive, we don't realize how bad it is, especially in the moment. Yeah, they will understand, Aurora. I had a hard time staying consistent over the summertime because just the summer was like very wonky, and I also had a lot of like migraine issues, but I think we finally figured out a way to handle them. I don't know, knock on wood. I think it's finally like starting to get under control. So it's more, I want to hold myself sorry guys. I want to hold myself accountable for showing up, because I'm hoping to create that like membership thing for the channel and start like releasing videos early for people that want to be members, and like then a second tier. That's my first thought. And then the second level, I was thinking of doing one where you get the new releases, and then I also will do probably a special video or go live maybe. I haven't totally figured it out, but I don't want to take anybody's money until I can commit to it, which is why I haven't started it yet. Because that's not fair, because I'm of integrity, and I have been the person that has subscribed to something or paid for something, and the influencer didn't show up as promised, and I felt like I was getting ripped off. Oh gosh. Sounds like you're just as clumsy as I am. Sounds like you're just just as clumsy as me. I don't know if you guys know, but hold on. Oh, it's not a touch screen, Mel. Skip ads. Okay, this time I saw it pop up. I don't know if you guys know, but dark chocolate is very grounding, which is why I had it next to me in case if I needed to nibble on some. These are like super ridiculously expensive chocolate chips because they have minimal sugar. They have like no sugars, 0 sugars. And they're actually really good. I bought them for my overnight oats and for like these oatmeal bar things that I've been making for myself because I'm trying to eat healthier. I actually just made 3 overnight oats set them up right before I came live. Well, that's awesome. I've never seen them. I would love to see them. Yeah, Ashley, I'm thinking maybe I might do spell content for people that are like that pay. So here's the thing. And I know I can tell you guys because there's not a ton of people watching right now. There's some, how do I say this? Oh God. So sharing spell work on YouTube, on social platforms, makes me very uncomfortable for a few different reasons. The 2 Baneful Magic ones that I shared before I did the introduction to Baneful Magic, the Hex one and then the Freezer spell, which isn't really Baneful Magic, those have become some of the most popular videos on my channel, which is fine. What I didn't think about before I posted them is the kind of abuse that people would use them for. And I mean, so my problem is that I'm attached to my students, meaning I don't ever want to see you guys do something that I posted online and then it go bad for you. I don't like, I would feel terrible about that. Or if something was misinterpreted and used the wrong way. And there's a lot of people that have found those videos that don't have good intentions. And that's on them. That's on them. I do want to say that is their lesson and their thing. But for some reason, I still carry that as a weight, as a responsibility, because I've put this content out there now. And if somebody uses this information the wrong way that I have provided, am I at fault too because I put it out there? I really struggle with that. And it is on them for making that kind of uninformed choice, for taking things way too far from what I've recommended, for making their own choices. That's their choice. But as the teacher at my core, I have a hard time because if I put that content out, is it my responsibility? Sorry, I just thought I saw a vehicle that I recognized that I didn't want to recognize. It's my responsibility in a way. So I've been thinking about maybe, like, for instance, so the Baneful Magic one that I did, the Hex one, there's a ton. If you go back to that video and you look at all the comments, there's so many comments on that video, which is fine. But a lot of them are questions about approach, materials, or like their personal situation. In a lot of the situations don't really seem to apply to what I intended that spell for. And again, that's on them for not using it the correct way, but I put it out there. And I mean, I guess I really shouldn't take that on, and that's something that I'm working on. But because like when you put a book out, you can't control who buys your book and reads it and uses the information. You can't control that. That's me being a teacher trying to control my content. That's what that is. But I can choose not to share it. So I've considered maybe doing like more of a private approach. Like, so for instance, I was actually watching The Witch of Wonderlust, who I really haven't been watching anymore. I love her, but the content she's been putting out lately, I'm just not drawn to it. I'm just not connecting with it. And there's nothing wrong with that. I'm just not into it. But I watched her today a little bit, and there was a video she recently put out, and she was talking about how her Patreon, which I don't have a Patreon, and I don't know if I'll ever create one because that's another platform to maintain, offers more serious approaches that she wouldn't share for free on YouTube. And I've been thinking of doing something like that. I know I'm totally off topic from doing readings, but I've been thinking of doing something like that, like maybe making a small subscriber or membership or something where you actually have to pay to get access to this information. Not a lot. I wouldn't even charge a lot, but it would be like, at least that way I would know the person is a bit more serious and isn't just impulsively like, oh, I found a free video and I'm just going to hex somebody that didn't really do anything wrong to me because I'm pissed. Like that kind of thing. Right, exactly. So it's kind of like, I don't want to take on people's poor choices, and I have struggled. That's one of the reasons why with the freezer spell and the hex spell, I created an option on on Mel's Divination on the website where people can pay $15 for an email order from me. And what this email order is, and it says it all over the website. It's just a one email question, spell work question, and you get a detailed multiple paragraph answer reply from me for $15. And I did that for people that genuinely had a question and really, really wanted it answered. Because I couldn't keep up with the comments. There were way too many. There were way too many questions, and some of them were super repetitive, and I just couldn't do it anymore. Like, read some of the other questions, rewatch my video, read a book, watch other influencers. Like, there's other ways to do the research, and I don't mind answering it if I have the time, but I don't have the time to answer 1,000 comments and questions. Like, it's just not possible. Yeah, it is Aurora, if you go into the description box of any of my recent videos, including this one, the first link in the description box, it says like all my links here. My Instagram is on there, is linked on there. It's like a link tree. It's just not link tree. It's like it's called Tap Link, but it's the same thing as a link tree. So if you look at that, you'll be able to find my Instagram. Yeah, so I've been considering other ways of branching out, like more ways to share with people my knowledge and my information, but in more of a secure space that isn't so like, wow, 17-year-olds can get access to this and decide that they want to hex their ex-boyfriend because he broke up with them. Like, that kind of stuff is not, I don't know. I struggle with some of that. So that's one of the things I've been thinking. I'm also going to be, one of my goals before the end of this year. Hi, Jay. Yes, you can. It's $5 for one question. It's Cash App, Venmo, PayPal, or Super Chat. And the Cash App and the Venmo are pinned to the first comment. Okay, cool, Aurora. So yeah, I've been working on like more extended content. So I just recently, the website that hosts, that I buy, that I run Mel's Divination from, that company is Squarespace. And I'm not affiliated with them or anything, but it's Squarespace that I run my website, and I do it all. Eventually I would like to pay people so I don't have to manage everything myself. But for now, yeah. But I recently just discovered that Squarespace also gives me, web domain owners, the option to build workshops literally on our website. So I've been wanting to make that introduction to Oracle card reading workshop forever, and I just haven't had the time to sit down and do it. I'm going to look into how to do it, and it can all be right on my website instead of it being in different locations. So that's something that's my number one goal before the end of this calendar year, is to roll out one workshop, at least get one of them out, because I really want to start doing more of that. And I just haven't had, when I wasn't feeling well, I just didn't have the time to make that kind of content. Yeah. So I'm working on a few different avenues of kitty cat squirrel. I'm working on a few different avenues of how to approach content, clients, how to deliver more quality, even higher quality or higher level content that takes a lot of effort. So would need some kind of compensation for it. What's she doing? She's getting all bummed out because I'm not cuddling with her. What? Hi. I know. I'm going to get off soon, okay? I know, it's cuddle time. I know. Usually I lay down with her. She's staring at me. Usually I lay down with her at this time of night. If anybody wants a reading that you've been on for a little bit or you've been waiting, I'm going to be wrapping this up within the next 15 minutes or so. So start speaking up, or forever hold your peace until I come back another day. Yeah, look at her. She's like, pay attention to me. She hasn't started squawking yet. She will be soon, though. I mean, she's the princess. I don't have kids. I've had her for 14 years. I got her when I was 27. She's the queen of the house. I literally, so there's this couch is microfiber, so her fur sticks to it. So I always put a sheet on it to protect it. I have to wait until she gets off of the couch before I can change the sheet, because I don't like to bother her. Most people would just be like, move the cat. Not Mel. Mel waits until Tonks is off of the couch before I switch out the covers of the couch. Kind of silly, but yeah, as she's gotten older, I've tried really hard to just make her life as drama-free and happy as possible. Oh gosh, I'm so sorry to hear that. Yeah, pets are not cheap. She's easily, I had to put it into my budget. I had to sit down and figure out exactly how much money she is for me a month, because I have to get her litter. I have to get her food. She has medication that she takes twice a day. She has a special thing that I give her so she can take her medication. So she gets that twice a day. There she goes. And then she also gets probiotics. So she gets, and her food is prescription because she has very specific digestive issues. So she can't eat a lot of things. So she has special litter because she has digestive issues and she can't be around perfumes. She has special food, so that's expensive. She has prescription medication. She has this special treat that I give her so she will actually take her medication. And she also has probiotics to help her digestion. At the end of the day, every month, with those things that I just listed, she's easily $100. And that's not including her pet insurance, which is almost $100 too. And none of that stuff is covered under her pet insurance. Her pet insurance is like visits, lab work, x-rays, stool samples, not urine sample though. I had to pay almost $100 for a urine sample when I thought she had a UTI. So yeah, pets are outrageously expensive and people don't realize it. Mine's high. She's high maintenance. She's not a typical pet, but as pets get older, their needs become more, which is why I got her the insurance. Yeah. It's crazy. It's very, very, it's a lifelong commitment and it's hard. I've had to really be on top of like my money to make sure that I can provide for both of us because I own a house and it's probably going to be a really tough winter here because the energy companies that own the electric and the heat, the gas, they're a monopoly. There are no other companies in our state. There's only one. And they're raising all of their rates again. And they raised them last year too. So it's like outrageous. My gas bill, which is for heat. So all it's doing in the summertime is heating my hot water. And I'm one person and I don't use hot water that much in the summertime. I take a lot of cold showers. My gas bill was like over $200 for a month in the summertime. So I'm not running any heat. I'm running my electricity with my air conditioners. And it's going to be more in the wintertime, which is why when you guys see me in the winter, I have a lot of fire going. I have a fireplace and I have a special insert for it that it blows the air into the rest of the house. That's how I heat my house the majority of the time because it's so much cheaper depending on gas. It's a lot of work, but hi, Anne. Right now, I'm not doing any free readings. It's all by donation. So it's $5 for one question. Feel free to donate if you'd like. I am going to be getting off in about 10 minutes from now. So you have that time to consider. Welcome to our channel. And there will be other times that I will do free ones. It's just I'm not doing any free ones tonight. Aurora. The gas company turned my gas off, so I don't have. Oh gosh, I am so sorry. I didn't. You're going through a lot, girl. I am so sorry. That's a lot. Yeah, my house came with the fireplace. It came with a fancy fireplace that it has something called an electric insert. So the fireplace has this like thing that you close the door and it has these special toggles and it plugs into the wall and it has a fan built into the fireplace that blows the hot air into the house. It's pretty cool, actually. But times are hard. Times are really hard. And as a reader, a lot of people don't want to pay for readings at this point. So it's like, it's hard trying to like help people out. But at the same time, this is my livelihood. So it's like this really tricky area of keeping myself on my feet, but like keeping in mind the times of the economy as well. Oh, yeah. My property taxes are through my mortgage, so it's different here. Yeah. My mortgage covers the payment for the house, my property taxes, and my house insurance. So I make one payment every month, but it goes towards different places. It covers three things in that one payment. But it's crazy. Like, so where I live, I don't live like in the most expensive space, meaning like I have a friend that lives in California and her apartment is like almost triple cost of what my house is. And I own a single family house with a good size yard. And it's a 3-bedroom house with 2 bathrooms, 1.5 bathrooms, but I have a good size house. And right now, like here, it's so bad. The demand, I don't know. I don't even know how to say it. Houses are selling pretty quickly, but like apartments, the apartment that I lived in before I moved here was a really good size and it was a 2-bedroom. And I was on the third floor and I was paying $700 a month. We're talking 2018. That apartment now would probably go for almost $1,300. And that's with nothing included. So if I had to move right now, I'd be screwed. Like I make enough money to maintain the lifestyle I have now. And I have to be careful. But if I had to get out and buy and get an apartment, I don't know if I could to come up with first. People are asking for first, last, and security. It's a lot. Yeah. Yeah, you can't do anything with it when it has a lien on it. That almost happened to me once, but not with taxes. It happened with my sewer and water. Because when I moved here, the city I live in is so corrupt. The administration has been investigated by the FBI. I can't even tell you how many times. And I didn't realize this until after I bought the house. And now I'm like stuck here because I can't afford to move anywhere else right now. But the city is so corrupt here that they don't maintain things. They don't maintain the roads. They don't maintain the infrastructure. They don't maintain the business part of everything, the taxes and all that. And when I bought the house and moved in, they never sent me a sewer or water bill. And I, brand new homeowner, never owned a house before, for some reason, just forgot about it and assumed that it was part of my mortgage. Until 3 years into owning the house, I get a letter from them after they've been audited by the FBI, by the way, telling me that my house was going to be going up for auction within the month because I owed back money on the utility bill. And I was like, what utility bill? I've never gotten and I had never received a bill. They never, ever, ever sent me anything to this house. I've been here for 3 years, nothing. So I went down and made a big deal about it, got a lawyer, and they were just like, well, we've been sending it to, and they told me they were sending it to my old address. If I own this house and I moved to this house, why would you send it to an address? That doesn't even make any sense because I had post office forwarding for an entire year and I had friends that still lived in that complex. So if they saw that I was getting mail, they would have called me. It was a total lie to try to cover themselves. And I didn't even owe that much money. It was like $1,000 for like 3 years, which is nothing. But they put me on a payment plan. But if I hadn't been proactive and like spoke up and said something, they would have put my house on auction and I would have lost it just over them not sending me a water bill. You have I called a lawyer. I actually was already involved with using a lawyer for my car accident that I had. So I actually had asked them what they advised and they told me exactly what to say and what to do. And the city didn't fight me. No, I live in Rhode Island. I know I've said it a lot. I don't usually say it that much. All right, guys, I think I am going to get off. I'm getting tired and I'm going to have a grouchy kitty. Oh, yeah, no, I'm in Rhode Island. Yep. Rhode Island. It's not the best place to live. It's not the worst place to live, but it's expensive. And we have a lot of snow. But I actually hope that it gets really cold this winter because it didn't get very cold last winter. And the size of the bugs this year is insane. Insane. There was a gigantic spider in my bathroom and it was a wolf spider. It had to easily be as big as this. Easily be as big as this, if not bigger. Probably more like this. It was huge. And they are so fast and they bite. And it's because it's the biggest spider I've seen in this house. And it's because we didn't have a cold winter. The bugs didn't die over the winter. So they've just continued to live and grow. Yeah, it's cricket and grasshopper season. Yep. This is the season for them. They start to come out like mid to late August, usually. Sometimes early August, you can start noticing the buzz. They're buzzing outside my house right now. Yeah, and then it's going to be spider season, which spiders are my least favorite things in the world. We have both black widows and brown recluse up here, so they're not my faves. Danger, danger. All right, I will see you guys. Yes, you also, Aurora. Thank you for visiting. I will be back. I'm hoping to try to be back again within the week or so. It really does depend on what happens with my family stuff, but I will announce it in the community tab. So keep an eye out. And I'll see you guys all soon. Thanks for hanging out with me. Bye.